Let's take a moment and let's talk about being nervous. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to memorize a script and you're going to start practicing that script with your puppet. And while you're doing this script, you're going to be giving your puppet a personality and a voice. And practice as much as you can in front of a mirror so you can watch how your puppet looks. Okay, you can watch how he's responding. You can watch your lips, how your lip movement. In fact, when I would learn a script, when I was first doing ventriloquism, I would practice a script and I'd look in the mirror and I would just watch my lips through the entire script. And then I'd go through and I'd watch his movement through the whole script. And then I'd go through and I'd watch my own, because you can be concentrating so much on this that you kind of die yourself and your puppet's all alive and you're just like frozen there. And you don't want that either. And so as you watch in the mirror, you just want to be comfortable, relaxed. But when it comes time to actually get in front of a group and share, you will probably feel a little bit nervous. And let me just tell you what helps. I remember when I started to share, and it was a Sunday night, and it was at my home church, and it was one of the first times I'd ever done ventriloquism, and I had practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced, and I felt ready, and then I'm waiting, and they're singing a song, and I know I'm next, and I remember sitting there, and it was like butterflies in your stomach, and I could feel it, and boy, it was like I felt so nervous. And when you feel that way, this is what I want you to do. I want you to take a deep breath. In fact, just do it with me right now. Just then I want you to swallow. Gulp. And then I want you to realize that you can do this. That this is not something that people have a unique ability for. This is something that really comes just by you practicing. And part of that practicing is getting up in front of groups, and you're going to do fantastic. Chances are you will be the best ventriloquist of anybody in that room. And you know what? If you make a mistake, don't let it fluster you. Not a big deal. I was doing ventriloquism when I was young, and I forgot my script. I didn't know what was coming next. And so my puppet and I, we just froze. Because I didn't know what to say. And a guy came up to me afterwards and he said, hey, next time, if you forget your script, just start talking with your puppet as you're trying to remember. Just, make it real. And it'll keep that illusion going. And he was so right. Hey, you know what? If you make a mistake, don't quit. Just keep going. And there's no reason to be nervous. Relax. Just have fun with it. Do the best you can. Okay, now what I taught you just a minute ago about taking a deep breath, swallowing hard, and then there's a third part that I want to challenge you with, and you got to forget yourself. Especially if you know Jesus and you're using ventriloquism as a way to share other people, to tell them about Jesus. It's not about you at all. It's about the message that you're bringing to them. And so if your purpose is to share the gospel, then share the gospel. And you're succeeding by simply getting that message out there. And it's not about how funny they think it is or how polished you think it is. It's about sharing that message. And so what I taught you about, take a deep breath, swallow hard, gulp, and forget yourself. That's actually what we teach people about witnessing, about telling other people about Jesus. Because you see, when I was younger, boy, I'd get so nervous. I would go to tell someone about Jesus, and I would be so nervous because I was scared of what they'd say, I was scared of what they'd think, and I just didn't know what to do. I remember there was a person in my 5th grade class, and I wanted to tell her about Jesus because I really wanted to know if she was saved, if she was going to heaven, and we had never talked about these things. And out on the playground, I remember the first day I'm pacing back and forth and pacing back and forth. The whole playground, I just paced back and forth. I was trying to muster up the courage, and the next day pacing back and forth. Day 3, pacing back and forth again, trying to get up the courage to go tell her about Jesus. And so when we train people and teach people, sometimes it's hard to go up and tell someone about Jesus. It's the same thing. Take a deep breath, swallow hard, and then forget yourself, because it's really not about you anyway. God has great plans for your life, and I don't know what you believe, or I don't know where you are in your relationship with God, but I do want you to know this, that God is real, and that He created you for a purpose. And if you're going to be a ventriloquist and you know Jesus, oh wow, use it for God's glory. Can't go wrong by following Christ.